Yep, hello everyone and welcome to Singapore, the awesome track on the calendar for some drivers because it's not exactly the most easy circuit on the calendar with all the tight walls and all that. Some Renault and a Red Bull having fun at the moment down the back straight.
Wait, why is Babington driving?
That's a good question. I can't answer that. You should be able to answer that, Mr. FIA man. Yeah, here with me today I have Mr. Giles, XCG5, as you may well know him. You won't know him like that because he barely ever races, but, you know, we move.
Total of 1 race under my belt. Cheeky P10.
Woo!
Cheeky P10.
Outlook is already invalidated. That's probably going to set the tone for the rest of the session.
Yeah, so Ken Babington, if I remember correctly, spun me out in F3.
Sick one.
So
I think Ken Babatunde also raced in F2.
So he raced.
This man just does whatever he wants.
He raced in F2 and F1.
Universal Reserve.
Universal Reserve. But it should be an interesting race. Obviously, this is the second to last race before the draft system is introduced.
Which is going to throw up a lot of questions and probably not many answers until a couple months later.
That's how we get
We go on board with DJ Derps 71 onto a lap. Goes really slow through the final corner. Not the best exit onto the lap we want to get. Up into 7 has got a terrible drive down the back straight, which is not going to be a good starter for him. But through the first corner we go. Nice and steady. A little bit on the curb. Short shift, mate. There you go. Got plenty of ERS to use. Obviously, you put it straight into that mode 2. Nice and steady for the first couple of laps. You know, just basically getting a sighting map in at the start of it. Doesn't look like it's anything special so far, but we'll have to wait and see for the sector times. 27.0 for the first sector. I don't know how quick that is, to be honest. You'd have to tell me because I've got no clue.
Ooh, interesting. Squares come out on the medium tires where everyone else is out
doing what I do.
Softs.
He's doing what I do. Yeah, usually it's quite it's usually a good strategy to go on the mediums to get like a little sighter in, because then you got an idea for how fast the mediums are going to be for the rest of the race. That's what I usually like to do in my qualifying sessions. And before DJ is still going around this coming through probably the slowest corner on the track, the hairpin at turn, whatever the hell it is, onto the back of the DRS straight. Across the line for sector 2, 104.1. Again, no idea how fast that actually is. Obviously he goes purple in the middle sector because he is the first person to do the middle sector. We've got what is that, a Renault and a Williams behind him? I can't quite tell, the mini map is quite small and half blind. But other than that, DJ Derps 71 going around through the final chicane, nice and steady, gets a kick of oversteer, has to control it. Onto the power, he's already run out of ERS somehow, I'm not quite sure how he's done that. Through the final corner, across the line is a 137.5, that is about 4 seconds off the pace of where the top of these guys in qualifying are going to be, so you really will want to do a much better lap than that with DJ Derps. We have the Williams behind him coming on 138.2 even slower.
Yeah, this is about
5 seconds off the
This is
pace.
the F2 guys that we having. Oh, Tadpole's time. That's really big. That is very big.
Ouch.
Tadpole is the current leader.
Oh, he's crashed up at whatever that called.
Oh, yeah, just,
yeah, Red Hawk has just gone past him. It might be. Oh, Red Hawk's got a puncture. I think Red Hawk and Tadpole have had contact. Red Hawk has a puncture on the far right.
And a 5 minutes penalty. Yeah, Jesus.
And he's just blocked DJ. It looks like. DJ has gone off in his ERS.
I don't think that was a punch.
He's turned 0 to 0. Yeah, he's turned 0 to 0. That would be a lot. Chris goes 136.8. Generally, some fairly slow times we're seeing at the start of qualifying, which is really what you'd expect. Drivers still getting used to the circuit. You know, it's not quite the same conditions as time trial. But yeah, I think we've got Finn on the start. Oh yeah, that looks like the Williams is happy with their lap. Not quite sure why, but Finn comes across the line, goes P2, 137.0. 135.1 from JD though, not bad.
1.5 second difference.
Still about a couple of seconds off where I think Square will be, but other than that, I think it's pretty good.
But Tadpole is the leader and he's in the title race as well.
Yeah, square's gone purple. Yeah, this isn't going to be good for Tadpole. He's just going to have to try and keep it out of the walls in the race to try and get something square.
If Tadpole won today,
really shaking the
I'd be able to say that.
Oh, square nearly hits the barrier on the inside.
What happened to DJ?
It's not going to be too bad of a lap from Square. Hits the wall again on the outside. I'm surprised if that's been violated. Looks like it's not. Oh, he has to back out of it. He gets purple. But he actually goes purple off the track. I'm not sure if that's entirely legal, but you know, he crossed the line fully off the track because if he came back on, he knew that he'd get the lap invalidated. But yeah, 134.9
on the mediums.
Generally that's about where you'd expect the medium lap to be. I reckon. Looks like Deep is going for another lap on the same tyres. Oh, this is crashing the pit lane somehow. Interesting.
So Square is 22 points behind the current leader Tadpole. One lead on 154, however he's racing today. This is a very interesting race actually, as is the second to last race.
Yeah. Yeah, with all the seasons being ended slightly early, it's going to be always something to see.
If Square wins, he's in potential position to take championship next week.
Yeah,
but
Mr. Phantom's coming in. Oh, he goes over the pit exit line. Oh, he's retired! He's hit the ball! Oh no! Oh, that's embarrassing! Oh, that is embarrassing! I've got that all on stream as well.
That's not a good crash.
That does not bode well.
That is not a good crash.
That does not bode well at all. Oh my days, that is not good.
You don't want that on stream.
Oh no! Oh no!
Unlucky Phantoms, mate. Unlucky out.
Well, I haven't seen that.
I haven't.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Ouch. Anyway, moving on. We've got Ken Babatunde, I believe, on a lap at the moment. Probably hitting the new racing point through Sector 2 now. Not using a lot of track routes, but yeah, I bet.
Unlucky out, mate. Yeah, it's not very fun. Just think it's there.
Yeah. Oh man, that is. Yeah, like I said, I've done that kind of thing before. Ouch.
Yeah.
It's not good. You've got a little bit of luck, by the way.
How do I? Alright, tell me.
It just came off, like, yeah, it should be better now. Yeah, it's okay. I think Babatunde nearly running wide at the, whatever the hell that corner is. Coming through, missing the apexes a bit. Yeah, again, missing the apexes. He's not really using too much of the track limits at the moment. So, looks like we won't be too brilliant of a lap from Ken Babatunde, but we will follow him as he comes across the line. Going through the final chicane at the moment. Has invalidated it. Oh, that's a problem. Well, it was quite some way off a good lap anyway. It was probably going to be the 139s, it looks like, so, oh well. He's, for some reason, has he got a problem? Because he's now in the middle of the circuit and he's missed the pit lane. I do not really have words for that, but we move. Squares. Wow,
yeah, so Ken Babatunde.
We move. We move.
Ken Babatunde is in the F1 driver. He's a license. Not even strong. He just put me.
We've got strong twist on that.
What's he doing?
Yeah, he's getting out of the way of Storm, I think. Yeah. Controller died for, I'm guessing that's Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense, because he's just going straight on at the most random point. I'm not quite sure why, if and when the controller dies, it's, I don't quite understand why it doesn't pause you, because whenever my wheel turns off, it pauses automatically. It says no controller connected, so I'm not quite sure what's up there. So just taking the very wide line through these couple of corners now into the hairpin. Oh, he brakes very late, runs very wide, nearly hits the barrier. He does hit the barrier, breaks his wing. That's not going to be very good at all. And he puts the lap as he expected to do. That'll be the second just to pull it.
currently, we have Pebble lead at 65. Second now. Square and we're at 4th.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me just do something real quick. Just checking some stuff. That is a brilliant lap time from Ken Babatunde, 156.5. I can't help but wonder. Oh, outright brakes on wing. That's unfortunate. I mean, we already validated the lap, but if he was going to go for another one, that won't be the way to go about it. As now his front left wing is broken.
Yeah, he's got quite a lot of time to do that.
I can't help but wonder if Square is just going to start the mediums. He's just going to do the medium hard to the end. Because it is actually probably the best strategy at the moment with the fewer pit stops and being able to hold track position a lot more easily than other circuits. So
yeah, but also there's definitely going to be a safety car with some drivers.
Yeah. Do you have chat open by any chance? I don't have the chat open.
I can pull up Twitch.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the chat. Let me know what's been said. Well, I keep an eye on these drivers. Oh, we've got Mr. Chili out on track at the moment. He goes purple in the first sector. I don't know if that's actually purple. It runs a little bit wide in the first corner of sector 2. It's really attacking it, locking up again. Turn game volume down.
Yeah.
Will do. Preferences. Bam. Done. Very well. And yep, so we got Mr. Chili, as I like to call him, pushing hard through the second sector at the moment. Runs a little bit wide at the hairpin, not getting the ideal drive out of the corner. Puts the DRS on a little bit later than he might have wanted to. Up into, for some reason, 8th gear. I think he accidentally double shifted because of his wheel or something. Down to 2nd gear for this corner, which is an interesting strategy. Invalidates, unfortunately, just going slightly over the white line. That is the hindrance of using 2nd gear in that corner. I always keep it in 3rd because if you get the tiniest bit of oversteer, it does just push you wide and you go straight over the track limits and invalidate it. So unfortunately for Mr. Chili in the Alfa Romeo. But Halsey also is seemingly on the lap at the moment on the medium tyres, slaps into the wall for some reason. I'm not sure that's beneficial to the lap time, but you never know. It could be a master strategy, but from the likes of Mattia Binotto. Who knows? Either way, following Halsey on the lap at the moment. I don't know if Mr. Chili is going to go for another lap or if he's going to pull into the pits. I think he's just going to come straight into the pits, having not enough fuel. But as we follow Halsey in the Red Bull on the medium tyres through sector 2, could cut that corner a lot more. But other than that, pretty clean. Keeping out the barriers so far, other than... Oh, Z-Man off there. Hello, Z-Man. Not quite sure what you're doing in the barrier, but... I think it's vibing. By the way, Halsey with a 104.3 in the middle sector. Not too brilliant, but then you do have to remember that they are medium tyres, so... Following it through the middle sector, down to 2nd gear. I never use 2nd gear on the circuit unless I have to, because it's honestly just aids. Especially in the race. Yep, it looks like it's turning out okay. Ooh, a bit higher than that. Through the final corner. 7.4. Alright, not too bad on the medium tyres. Something, well, slap bang in the middle of the field, really. Z-Man's already coming back into the pits. And right now we have no one doing anything.
Red Hook's lap.
Red Hook's what?
Someone's lap.
No, it's not an out lap. It looks like Storm is actually on the lap though. Storm Twister 44 in the Renault on the soft tyres. Coming through sector 2. I've said a lot about this qualifying session, coming through sector 2. Taking it nice and wide through this corner. No one cuts that curve enough. Gets a snap of oversteer, that will not help your lap time. Brakes too late once again into this corner. Oh! That is the hindrance of pad. You can't turn harder. I think he's on pad anyway, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it, judging by the steering. Yeah. That is the issue with pad on street circuits, is when you get those really tight corners, they can struggle, and if you don't nail it, you will go straight off into the wall. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, unfortunately, not a good time for Storm Twister this time out.
I don't think he needs a good time.
He just needs a time, yeah.
As long as he,
you have a point.
Like
Square on the mediums again? Yeah, Square's on the mediums again, the same mediums he used earlier. qualifying with this? Is he just about wear out his own tyres or what? Quick rundown through the standings as we watch Outreps on board. We've got VRT Square on medium tyres in first with a 34.9. Thermal JD62, part of the newly founded Thermal team, esports team that is, 35.1 on the softer combiner tyres, followed by Crispy Hang, known as Josh, on the 35.6. Finn RTL, Ferrari for some reason, don't know why he's not in the racing point, but oh well. On a lap older softs, it seems like. Not entirely sure though. Oh no, that's fitted, never mind. I'm not looking at best lap time, I'm looking at best fitted.
Oh, Z-Man's retired.
1 second behind. You are absolutely right. Z-Man is out for some reason. He seems to be stopped by the side of the road. I think we just saw him. Finn is also. Finn's also out.
Yeah, they're retired from the menu.
Yep. Lots of people are retiring. I'm not entirely sure why he's retired. He hasn't set a lap time, but
That's what it is.
as you know, most of the guys who have retired have set a lap time. So and being big dum-dum. Yeah, as we follow Outrep now, class the wall on his way out of the corner, coming through the final corner, out of BRS, booting the power, and he goes across the line, 137.1, puts in 6th place, just ahead of Halsey. But yeah, as I was saying, Finn a second behind Crispy on a 136.6, DJ Derps on a 137.0, Outrep just behind him on a 137.1, and Halsey just behind him on a 137.4. The two retired Mercs on a 37.5 and 38.1 respectively for Rustless, Manx and Z-Man the Legend. And to take a moment to read those names for some reason. The Williams of whatever the hell that name is, I'm not even going to try to read that out, on the 38.2, Ken Baberton on the 39.4. And then the rest of the cars have not yet set a lap, but I think that will go to change yet, because we've got Storm Twister 142.2, not brilliant from him, unfortunate for the man in the Renault. Follow Mr. Redhawk across the line, goes 6th place with 137.1, just ahead of Outrep. Impressive from the man in the Williams. Mr. Chili has not set a lap, that is unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver, he's invalidated every lap he's set. Ooh, that's not going to bode well for him in the race. Fast rider though, right down at the back of the field. It's going to be a bit like Phantom, he's just got a little bit more pace than his team. I believe that's his teammate. Square is out! Square is retired, and that means those mediums will actually be destroyed. So what's this going to do to this strategy? Those old mediums will be destroyed, meaning possibly that he'll be on new mediums. I wonder if that's intentional. I can't help but wonder if that retirement is intentional to destroy those tyres and get a new set for the start of the race. If it is, nice strategy, bro. Either way, following on with JB now, I don't know what he's like with his split times, but it looks like he's pushing pretty hard through his final sector, coming through the final chicane, down to second gear, nicely up the curb, booting the power out of it, using that little bit of cover on the outside. Can he beat Square's time on the soft combiner tyre? Comes across the line, looks like he just about cannot. So close. If he hadn't jerked his wheel so far to the inside there, I'm sure he would have actually had the pace to carry on, and he wouldn't have messed up his straight line speed. But unfortunately for him, sits just behind, just under 0.03 of a second behind Square. It looks like that is pretty much everyone done other than Redhawk and Outreps. Outreps to the pits, Redhawk does not look like he's improving. No, he's not. Pushing the wall for some reason. It's so easy to get lazy with the track limits there and do that kind of thing. Exactly as I'm talking about it. But yeah, he's just going to come across the line to make it a little easier. Outreps could kindly retire in the pits, then we could get on with the race. But looks like that is your qualifying rundown done. Square qualifying on the medium tyres with a 134.9. Thermal JD 62 just behind him with a 134.99. Really close between those two. Remember, Square was on the medium compound tyre. I don't. No, you can't start on destroyed tyres.
No, but he punctured the other pair of softs or something. Other pair of mediums. That's what he just said.
Wait, he did that on the softs?
I'm not sure.
He definitely did that lap on the mediums.
I know he did that lap on the mediums.
And then he destroyed those mediums.
I'm not sure what he's in.
Yeah, he did the lap on mediums. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. I think it's going to give him a new set of mediums, which, if that's an intentional move to DNF himself out of the session and give himself a new set of mediums, fair play. But other than that, as I said earlier, we've got Crispy Hang in 3rd place with a 135.6, Finn with a 136.6 down in 4th, DJ with 137.0 in the Red Bull, Red Hawk in the Williams 137.1, another 137.1 for Outhampton Racing Point, Halsey in the Red Bull a 137.4 I believe, but on the medium tyre, which will give them a strategy advantage most likely, and I can't remember what came after Halsey because I didn't look far enough ahead. Anyway, now we move on to the race, and this is where the fun begins. Halsey is already saying, no homicides at turn 1 please, and I agree, please do not make any homicides at turn 1. No matter how entertaining it is, you know, we still want to keep it clean, so. Anyway. As we wait. Any predictions, Mr. Giles?
I'm predicting a tadpole P4.
You're predicting
Tadpole
Tadpole P4?
Random, but correct.
Okay.
I don't make predictions.
That's like predicting Norris for P5 or something like that. It's weird.
I don't make predictions. Okay. I tell spoilers.
Okay. We'll go with that. As you can hear, my voice is already starting to get a little bit crackly because I have not drunk enough water today. Stay hydrated, folks. Otherwise, you sound like me. You sound like a smoker, even though I'm not a smoker. Ooh, apparently there's a 3-stop option. It's absolutely glitching the hell out of my screen. But anyway, off for the formation lap now. We've got Square followed by Thermo JD, as we've already discussed. Square for the win, would you say? Oh, he's on soft tyres. That's interesting. He is on softs. That's an odd one. I can't say I expected the game to do that.
I think he might go for a 3-stop.
I doubt it. No one actually ever tried a 3-stop.
I know, but he might work with safety cars.
Yeah. Obviously, if safety cars come into the play of it, then it becomes almost irrelevant how many stops you do, as they all get nullified out, most of them anyway. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the two Alphas starting from the back of the field. Two fairly quick drivers actually, especially Mr. Chili in 15th place on the harder tyre compared to Tadpole on the medium. It's going to be interesting to see how fast those two are. Got Phantoms down at the back in the Renault on the banana tyres. Also got Stormtwister in the banana on the bananas. That's quite satisfying to see. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and... Anyway, moving on. We've got Ken Babatunde in the Racing Point with the slowest actual qualifying lap, I believe, other than Storm. Storm was the slowest qualifying lap. Then it was Ken Babatunde in the Racing Point on these medium tyres. We've got Red Hawk ahead of him in the Williams on Red Bull soft tyres, which is going to be interesting to see. He's going to have a lot of temperature in those right off the start and probably going to charge through the field. And maybe cause a couple of crashes, who knows. The other Williams just ahead of him, his teammate, also on the soft tyres. But those are older soft tyres as they're in the top 10. Those will be the ones that they qualified on. This is Zeman the Legend on the soft tyres as well. Again, Rustless soft tyres. Got Halsey on the bananas over here in that Red Bull. It's going to be interesting to see where they end up. Out-repped in the softs. PJ Derps on the Red Bull softs as well. And everyone up front on the softs as well. Nice and boring for most of the field, but it's going to be interesting to see. I think the one to watch will be Mr. Chili at the back on those harder compound tyres, drifting through the corner for some odd reason. That's not going to benefit your tyre life, mate, but we move. We have the grid now lining up to come back to the grid and eventually get started once everyone feeds their way around. Right at the back there, Tadpole coming around nice and slowly, doing a Giovinazzi at Imola. Nice and easy. Into his grid slot, and we are ready for the start. Professional waffle. We are waiting for the lights to come on eventually. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. It's lights on, away we go. Looks like Square has a decent start already on those newer soft tyres. Slow and JD slots into second. Crispy around the outside of Finn. No, Finn gets the inside line, gets into fourth place. He gets taken out by Crispy. Oh no, that's not gone well at all. That's going to really piss Finn off. We have Crispy and Finn getting into contact. Everyone else seems to have got the space safely. Halsey makes up 4th position for the first corner. DJ makes up 1 position, goes to second. DJ spun! Never mind what I said about making up 1 position, DJ has gone round. I'm not quite sure why. It's a safety car. Gets some damage on the field. Finn is down to last position, qualifying 4th on the grid. That's not good for him at all.
Is in AI.
Crispy is in AI. Probably taking a clip or something of what happened.
Yeah, Actually, not
flags.
after I move it. After I can't sit with silver.
Yeah, it'll be served in a pit stop, which will nullify it completely. I reckon if you're on soft tyres, you should probably be boxing now. But for people on the mediums like Mr. Chili and Tadpole and other people like that, it will be staying out time for them. As Z-Man, for some reason, runs wide and crashes under safety car. What's happened there? He's broken his own wing under safety car, running wide into the old Singapore sling. He's let back through by Storm Twister, who, because he hadn't slowed down a lot, he shouldn't have really passed him. He's let that position back, which is fair enough. But yeah, what on earth has happened there? He's just crashed into the safety car. I'm not entirely sure what's happened, but
very interesting stuff.
yeah, we've got position changes all galore. Well, it probably makes 2 stops, so they'll both be served. But anyway, yeah, Halsey making 4 positions on that start, right into 3rd place on the medium compounded tyre. Really good start for the Red Bull. Rostas Magnussen, the Mercedes, also making up 4 positions at the start. Crispy, as we saw, getting involved with that collision right at the start with Finn, and Red Hawk also doing a pretty decent start, but coming into the pits, I don't know if that's a Williams double stack. Hopefully the people won't have to double stack too much. Yeah, it's all a bit of a shake-up at the moment. The timing screens are going a bit berserk with all the pit stops happening. It's all a bit of a mess at the moment. Look at that! The 2 Alfa Romeos, because of everyone pitting, up into 4th and 5th from 15th and 16th up the line. This strategy is really working well for them. Yeah, especially Mr. Chili on these hard tyres. He's going to really benefit from this. Brazil and probably have to make 1 stop. I reckon what he's going to do is try and go from the hard to the medium to the end. Wait for the timing screens to fix themselves. Apparently Tadpole's now winning, yep. Perfect. Love it when the game does this. Yeah, no, I'm still waiting for them to fix themselves. I think our actual race leader is Square, still on the soft tyres. Followed by JD, followed by Halsey, followed by the Williams of whatever that name is. I think it's Liars. I'm just gonna call them.
Yeah, it's Liars.
I'm gonna call them Liars. They're a liar. Pants on fire. Anyway, the timing screens have almost fixed themselves. There we go. Now it's working again. As you got to chill it up into 6th position, not 4th and 5th, as I was incorrectly stating earlier due to the glitch timing screens. Phantom splitting the Alphas in 7th. Fascinating. Yeah, anyway, it's all kicking off here. Ken Babatunde somehow up into 5th place. The man honouring KSI's character. He just likes Babatunde's name. Either way. Yeah, Finn having the torrid start at the moment. You're getting taken out by Crispy there. Did squeeze him a little bit, but I think it was a bit of a racing incident from what I saw. I'm not entirely sure though. I'll have to look back on it at a later date. Yeah, Josh is saying that Finn didn't give him enough space because he was already off the track. I can see his reasoning behind that. Yeah, it'll be down to the stewards later on.
He has apologised already.
Yeah, now it's I think Josh is fair enough for that one. Yeah. Now the grid order is really shaken up though, so it's going to be Finn comes into the pits. I think he thought that Square would be pitting and it hasn't, so. Oh yeah, it's fair enough to assume that Square would be boxing as he is on the soft tyres, but I guess he's not decided to. Also Finn's in for a front wing change, so yeah, he'll have all the time in the world to catch up to the back of the safety car. He only loses 2 places due to this pit stop, because he was only in 14th anyway.
Yeah, but also the F2 and F3 drivers won't count once down in.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, and I just don't want to even bother getting involved.
Oh well. I think we just put him in.
I don't know anymore. There's a wait for Finn to catch up. He'll probably catch up before the end of this lap, and the safety car will be in. But do bear in mind that safety car restarts on this game or on this track rather, because of how slow the final sector is, are absolute chaos.
Yeah.
So we will probably be seeing numerous penalties required to be removed. These guys do need to just keep it nice and safe and careful. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be a mess for the stewards. AKA us. Yep, very fun. Square having a little drift through the Singapore, or the old Singapore sling. I don't think it's actually called the Singapore sling anymore, which is kind of sad. I like the name for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But oh well. Safety car is zooming at the moment.
I'm just
Currently, Bernd Mailander is the driver of the day. Right, yep, looks like the safety car will be in this lap as Finn has now caught up to the back of the field. Yep, there we go. Safety car in this lap, and will be, Square will be backing up the field, getting ready to go. So Square will be backing up the field, getting ready to go. There we go. He's now slowing down.
Chiller made 9 positions so far. Tapos made 8.
Yeah, like I said, they really benefited from the pit stop shuffle because by staying out on the harder combines of tyres, they don't have to make a pit stop anymore. With migrating hosts, as I'm guessing Finn might have left. Yep, Finn has left, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure why that is, but yeah, migrating hosts at the moment. Are we going to have some issues under the safety car restart? It's going to be interesting to see the McLaren of JD really snapping at the heels of the Ferrari. Not quite sure why, because he can't actually overtake before the safety car line, but yep, it'll be interesting to see. Square is still backing up the field. Looks like it's clean so far. And he goes. And he spun! Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate! Thermo JD has to avoid it. TFR Halsey takes the lead of the race!
Oh my god!
Close by the Williams. Followed by absolutely everyone going for third place. It's going to be 3-1 into turn 1. I don't know what's happening anymore. JD has to make up some position. JD forcing his way around the outside of Phantoms. He actually runs wide of Phantoms. He takes the position. What on earth is going on? I don't even know. Halsey leads! Halsey leads the race!
Halsey, the boy from Brazil.
And Chile is up into third place, following Lias closely, coming into the second sector. Wow, what a restart from Chile to make up all the spaces. Up 12 now from his qualifying position. Tablo's actually fallen down a little bit from where he was. Someone is falling down the other end. That's Outrep. Outrep seemingly had an issue. What's going on here? Yeah, looks like he had a slight problem, but he's back up to speed now. Square is down in 12th place after that disastrous restart. He's been following on the curve. Oh no, that's not going well. Tablo well, he actually gets it back. Everyone really snapping Tablo's heels at the moment. Everything's happening once to go on board to get a better view of what's happening here. And, oh, actually, JD getting past. Yep, looks like JD is now past Phantoms. The man in the McLaren who has to take avoiding action of Square's spin is actually now hunting. Takes the defensive line from Phantoms, but will clear him and will go on the chase for Ken Babatunde as Phantoms gets a massive snap of oversteer. Square gets past DJ Perks and will be hunting after the guys in front. I've got no interval points, so I can't see where anyone is really relative to each other. We've got a massive train going all the way up to 7th place or even 6th place. We've got contact from behind. We've got Red Hawk pushing Tadpole and literally shoving it forwards on the track. Red Hawk needs to keep it a bit cleaner if he wants to get... Russell's Max hits the wall, gets wing damage. Tadpole's going to be looking. Tadpole's actually being taken around the outside. Red Hawk is squeezing out. Tadpole is in position. That would be... I wonder if that would be understood because Red Hawk did not leave Tadpole any room on the inside. He went straight around the outside of him like he wasn't there. Really unfortunate for Mercedes, taking that wing damage and having to box already. TJ's also in as well as Outrep. Zimmer gets time penalty, multiple warnings. Everything's happening at once and I can barely talk quick enough to keep up with it. Oh my days! Calm down, lads. Now chasing after Tadpole. Yeah, this is the battle of the championship leaders. As you said earlier, Square goes purple. He goes up the inside. Tadpole gives him the room. He did not need to give that much room, my man. He will have the inside for this next corner. Square goes straight around the outside. Never mind. Square goes right around the outside of him into P8. Nicely done from VLC Square. Griffey now chasing after Tadpole. Oh my days.
Square needs to be
JD now chasing Ken Babatunde.
Square has to go.
We've got JD chasing Ken Babatunde. We've got Det Chiller chasing Neas, not chasing anymore because he is past. The hard time has definitely got them working.
Just bring checks red.
Oh! Ken Babatunde and JD make contact. Square goes past Phantoms. JD actually gets past Babatunde now. McLaren into pole position. Square's up to P6. Red Hawk stays in P7. Samuel's up to P8. So Phantoms is now down to P10. He's clearly lost a few positions in one corner. Not sure why. Possibly because of contact. Who even knows anymore? I am running out of breath already, and it's not even lap 5. Tadpole now chasing after Red Hawk, who kind of barged him out of the way earlier. I don't think
I don't think Red Hawk's
Oh, yeah, you're right. He has absolutely no wing.
Yeah.
And Tapple has a bit more. He is always having to take some avoiding action. He's recognised that Renault is now going into the pit lane. Takes a position by virtue of the fact that him and also JD is into the pit lane. Wonder what's happened to the McLaren. Maybe it's just his time to stop on the soft compound tyre. Who knows? But either way, we've got Halsey now in the lead of the race, 3.9 seconds away from Tachila and gaining. Lewis in third place, 2.2 seconds, and losing to Tachila on those soft compound tyres. Ken Babatunde on the mediums in fourth. Square, never mind, Ken Babatunde is no longer in fourth, but Square is going to go straight past him using all of his ERS that he has left. Goes purple in the first sector. He has literally 10% ERS left. That's going to be really difficult to get back as you cannot charge the ERS up properly around this circuit. But Ken Babatunde loses his position. Crispy Hand goes up the inside of Tapple. There's wing damage. Tapple is round. Tapple has completely lost his front wing. Contact between Josh and Tapple has resulted in disaster for what I think is a championship leader. Tapple is round. Finn goes past up into 9th place, making a good recovery after having those issues early on. Crispy actually loses position. There's actually a virtual safety car, my bad. I didn't actually notice that until now. Crispy nearly loses the back end. I think he might have some wing damage, I'm not entirely sure. I've been watching on board this entire time, so I can't actually see the front wings. Finn is now following closely behind Z-Man the Legend, who's now following closely behind Crispy Hang. This is going to be a bit weird for Finn. Oh, looks like someone's actually just broken their wing or something. Oh, that's Crispy! What's happened to Crispy?
I think he had contact.
Oh, he's got a puncture! He's got a puncture!
Oh yeah,
he's got a green right puncture!
Green right.
What's happened there? We've got a green flag underway. Well, Crispy Hang is trailing around with a puncture. Tapple with absolutely no front wing is trying to go past him. He hits the wall. Oh, Crispy's round! Oh, what's happening back? Oh, I have no idea. Punctures are impossible to control. I can understand that I had a puncture a while ago in Austria, and in a race in Austria, and it just went constantly around on me. Oh, we've got Finn chasing up the Square chasing up Lewis.
This is why we have both on.
But DRS is now available. Square is now available for taking off third place from the Williams of Lewis, coming down the back straight. Sorry if I'm butchering this Williams driver's name. I have no idea.
This is Lias.
Square, Lias. That's the one. Lias. Z-Man the Legend losing a position. I'm not quite sure why. Tapple is into the pit. Square goes straight around the outside. Nice stunt for him. Looking up the front left wheel into P3 and chasing after Tachila, who has got the gap to 3.5 seconds from TFR Halsey, still leading this race. Oh, we got rain! I saw that. That is some rain that's coming in. That's why Square has stayed out on the soft tyres. That will be why he stayed out.
There's not going to go this. 7 laps. 7 laps.
Chasing Phantoms as well. Tapple comes out to the pits. Outright chasing Phantoms. That's not going to bode well for Tapple because he's just made a pit. He's just made a pit stop and now he's down in 14th place, and now he's going to have to make another one for the intermediate tyre in a lap or two. We've got Outright chasing Phantoms. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? He makes the move. Phantoms gets into the space. Phantoms runs off track. Outright seems to gain the place already. Yep, he does have that place. He goes straight around the outside of Phantoms. Phantoms giving him the space. Nice clean racing between these two drivers. Not something you see often at a street circuit like Singapore. But now we see Outright drifting like an absolute bus on the rainy surface. It is getting wetter and wetter by the second. Soon everyone's going to be piling into the pits for the intermediate tyres, and that's where we're going to really see the driver's skill start to show.
Yeah, it's really raining, and Square's coming into the pits.
Yeah, actually, the car ahead of Finn, I believe that's Storm Twister, he has just lost his front wing. Finn is going to have this position from the Renault driver. There is a virtual safety car now, however, though, he cannot do anything about it. It's still raining. Storm Twister has actually come out of the pit lane. Storm Twister actually... Oh, that's... Finn has actually, Finn slowed down to try and give his pit crew a chance to change him onto the intermediate tyre. This is a really good chance for this is a really good time for the virtual safety car. Finn gets held in the pits because these mechanics are so slow they can't even change, do a double stop properly. Ferrari master plan my ass. But anyway, moving on. We have lots of drivers in the pits at the moment. Halsey and Tachila have decided to opt for one more lap. However, I think that will be the wrong decision as the time difference of these intermediate tyres will come into effect on this lap, as well as having the advantage of the virtual safety car to pit under, giving them a smaller time deficit when coming into the pits. So that's going to be really disadvantageous for the 3 cars, 4 cars possibly even, in front. No, sorry, just the 2 cars. 2 cars? 1 car? 0 cars. They're all boxed. I'm an idiot. Wow, I really need to do some more research sometimes because, yeah, I've been caught napping with that one. They've all actually boxed in for the intermediate tyres. I'm an idiot, very sorry about that. Tachila now getting that gap down from 3.4 to 1.4 seconds. He is really on Halsey's ass at the moment. and I reckon he'll have this position before lap 10. We've got some position changes, some more position changes, I should say, in the pits. There's a big train at the moment. Tadpole once again. Well, it looks like actually Tadpole's made up some positions in the pit lane somehow. I'm not quite sure how he's done that. Maybe he held them up by being in the Alpha.
Pit replacements or something.
I don't know.
Replacements.
Either way, we have Outreps following Tadpole. They're all going very gingerly. Outrep drifting through like an absolute boat at the moment. They're all like boats at the moment because it is raining hard, and I wonder if we will be able to full wet by the end of the race. It's going to be interesting to see as we've got Thermo JD following Z-Man the Legend. With the overspeed he has, it wouldn't be a surprise if we got past him quickly. We also have Lias chasing up Ken Babatunde in the racing point. Lias and the Williams just 0.6 of a second behind. We've got two different battles going on at once. I can't keep up at the moment because everything's just happening at once. We've got JD 0.4 behind. Is he going to try for a move here? He is! He's going to send it down late on the brakes! What a brilliant move for the man of the McLaren. Gives him the space, sends it late under the brakes. Clean, respectful racing between the two of them. Storm Twister is out! Storm is out!
Storm is out!
What has happened there? Do you reckon it's a crash between himself and Finn, or maybe he just dropped it on his own? From what I recall, Finn wasn't that close to him, so I think that is just him dropping it on his own. Another virtual safety car. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for the man in the Renault. It's still, because of where he crashed, the gap he had to the cars behind, he's still actually ahead until these cars eventually pass him. There is his crashed car, right in the wall. That is unfortunate, he's just gone a little bit too deep. Virtual safety car out whilst they recover that car. I say recover that car, it will just despawn eventually.
Oh!
But yeah.
And
what's happening?
The chiller's gonna catch her. Oh! When the hell's Humphrey's gone? When the hell's Humphrey's gone?
Green flag. What?
I'm not sure. Oh, the house look like a bad move, so.
Yeah, Halsey now being chased even closer by the Chiller. Chiller really wanting the race lead at the moment. Having had Square spin out of the way and Thermal JV being caught up in that Square incident, it is now a battle between these two for the race lead. However, Square is capturing every lap. Z-Man is out. He is. You're right. Has he dropped it as well? He has. It looks like he has. He's actually AI. I think his car is still okay, but I think he's just decided to retire himself from the session. I don't think he's probably had enough. I can't blame him, to be honest. Slippery conditions at Singapore is not a good recipe for anything but disaster.
I reckon he can become DNS in this race.
Oh yeah, probably loads more.
How's he going about it? He's crashed!
Is it Chiller? Oh, Halsey's into the wall, you're right! Halsey is turning into the Alfa Romeo! Halsey, what are you doing? Oh no, what's happened there? Halsey has just turned left into the Alfa Romeo at a right-hand corner. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Halsey has a broken front wing.
What has gone on?
I don't know. Chiller now takes the lead. Halsey has to come into the pits. Square is now absolutely monstered that gap because of those collisions all over the back of him now. It's going to be these two for the lead. Yeah, he is.
Because the Chiller had damage.
Square has the pace. Square has the pace.
Nah, he has that, and the Chiller had damage, I'm pretty sure. Look at his front left wing.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. No, he's done no damage so far.
Alright.
I don't see an end plate missing. He might have some like very small like lime green damage.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that might actually be more of a help than a hindrance in the wet conditions, given how you always want the front wing a lot lower than the rear in, like I said, the wet conditions. The Chiller with a lot of ERS at the moment. Square with also a lot, but just a bit less. And now finally the race actually calms down a little bit. We've got
Finn up to P5
at the moment, chased by Lias. Finn, yep, like you said, up to P5, driving once again a solid race, just keeping himself out of trouble, other than obviously the first corner where him and Josh had that tangling together. Tadpole is actually now all over the back of Red Hawk. Once again, Red Hawk going off track at the moment. Tadpole absolutely crawling through these corners. It seems like he's got no confidence at all in the setup. Oh, Red Hawk drifts! Oh, that's a big slide for Williams in front. Oh, I thought he was going to lose it for a moment there. On this pathway, we've got Tadpole chasing after Red Hawk, we've got Lias chasing up to Babatunde, and we've got Square chasing up to Tashila. I cannot keep up with all of them at once. And we've also got Phantoms chasing after Outrep. This is now turned up.
This is a beautiful race.
It looks like Outrep might have some damage because Phantoms is catching up fast to the back of that racing point car, if I can get my words out. One day. Anyway, yeah, Halsey now down in 6th after having to make that pit stop, which is unfortunate. Man, the Red Bull. Lias, as we go onward, chasing Babatunde. I don't think we're going to be able to do much about it at the moment. The wet conditions are really, it makes it so treacherous to pass because every driver becomes so more uncertain of himself. Ken Babatunde runs wide, almost gives a chance to the Williams driver, but not quite this time. To be honest, the wet conditions have always been my favourite. I don't know about you, but when people do this, oh, Ken Babatunde gets an absolute slide on. That's what we like to see, some dramatic drifting. Gives Elias the room for some reason. Ken Babatunde gives up the position. Elias goes into the P3 and onto the podium.
Well, Finn is provision P3 is after driving out.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Oh, my voice rested. Take over for a little bit now.
Oh, Mick. What's going on?
Go on, you're commentating. Do some commentating.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what's going on, to be honest. I'm a bit in
Jade
shock.
against the 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Yeah, we're following on board with Taphole at the moment. Watching Taphole following Red Hall. The gap's opened up actually, so I'm going to go back to Square. Yeah. Square a lot later on the brakes, locking those front tyres up.
And it's again. Oh no.
Oh.
I think that Apex
Looks like I'm not ready for a fix this time. I wouldn't want my mic bugging out this time. Taphole is actually all over the back of Red Hawk at the moment. Is he going to go for a move down this back straight? Come on, lad, put the power down. He's having a look at it. He's trying to intimidate Red Hawk. He's intimidating him successfully. Red Hawk's got a time penalty from corner cutting. Taphole nearly gets it, goes straight into the back of Red Hawk, but fortunately manages to avoid him. I've actually turned the volume down on my own headphones. Okay, now we're back. Dichilla gets the 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Red Hawk runs wide. Not so much straight on the inside as Red Hawk gifting the position on the plate, but we move. Yeah, unfortunately for Red Hawk, running wide, probably locking up the front tyres as we just saw him doing into that left-hander there. And yeah, Taphole up into P9, Red Hawk just hanging on to the last points paying position at the moment. We go back to the outside square, as Taphole will most likely just absolutely blast away from the Williams car off Red Hawk. Square now still following Dichilla, but remember Dichilla has a time penalty and I don't believe Square does. Yeah, go and have a look. Zeno has left the session. Oh, Joe has 2! Oh, Dichilla. I can't hear you from quiet. Dichilla has 2, okay. Square has...
Single warning.
Okay.
A single warning.
Yeah,
if my mic starts reaching out to me.
It's not reaching out, you just have quiet briefly. Albert's still chasing back there. And Square still chasing.
I think Square's about to catch
him.
him.
To look at.
Square's about to catch him. Square's going to go for him to you, no?
Yeah, you said that before.
Well, didn't he
They're
mess
in a
up?
tight twisted section, there's no way he can pass.
Yeah.
Square is taking the better line though, cutting more of the corners. Is he killing more of his tyres? He's going to try and get the cut back at this corner and try and get some right down the straight. But yeah, not quite. Dichilla has the advantage of being in front. You get just that little bit less rear grip coming out of corners if you're following the car. And yeah. Albert and Phantoms have spaced out a little, so it is back to Dichilla and VRT Square. Oh, it's a sexy camera angle. Ooh, now I can rest a little bit as nothing major is finally happening. Now we can calm down.
Finally.
Oh boy. My kidneys are killing me. Don't dehydrate, kids.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest, especially for commentating, you drink a lot of water.
Yeah. If you're talking for a long time, drink, because it is tiring. Well, not necessarily tiring. Well, it's on your vocal cords. It gets rough.
On the vocals, it's a very important button.
Yeah. If you want to be singing afterwards, especially. I know I have a beautiful singing voice, so I can't risk messing that up at all.
Okay. So after the race, I'll let you sing the victory anthem. Okay. I'll let you sing the British national anthem. Okay.
Oh well, we won't be able to sing the British national anthem with Dichilla.
Oh yeah, it has to be the Italian one. Yeah.
He ain't British.
Yeah, it's the Italian one.
It's like Italian or
Oh,
something.
you have to sing the Italian national anthem. It's okay.
Yeah, because I definitely know the Italian national anthem.
I'll bring
I barely even know the British one.
I'll bring YouTube for you.
I know the German one. Deutschland über alles.
I know the...
Oh, that's got to be the most British accent on a German song.
I know the...
Oh no. Oh dear, what has this stream cut turned into? Anyway, moving on from national anthems and singing them, because I'm not going to be doing any singing today. That was a joke about my singing being good.
Oh,
I'm
Phantom's crashed!
terrible at
Phantom's
it.
crashed! Andy's retired!
Phantom's is out. That is a safety car.
Exactly.
As Square was literally pushing to Chiller around the hairpin, safety car comes out because of the Renault crashing. That's unfortunate. Will people decide to make pit stops for new intermediate tyres? That's going to be interesting to see. Who comes into the pits? Both Tachilla and Square can make a pit stop and still get out ahead of the Williams quite easily. Is it worth it to come in? I think it is, because intermediates, when they degrade, they get a lot slower. It's not like hard tyres or medium tyres or soft tyres, where they get about a second or so slower when they're pretty warm. They get about 3.5 seconds slower when they're well worn. So it's going to be interesting to see who decides to box and who doesn't. Whatever the decision, I think boxing is the right call to make at the moment, as we had quite a few laps on these mediums. Is it going to be Tachilla coming in? It is! Square remains up for another lap. I think Tachilla has made a good decision here. I've seen that he hasn't got much pace compared to Square. He's going to try and fix it.
That's true.
Lias has actually fallen down some positions for some reason, and broken the front wing. Looks like they've had a crash into safety car. That's not very good. Oh dear. By the way, Ken Babatunde now up onto third. Finn gets 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
I'll probably have to remove that.
But you can't remove it if it's a speeding one.
True.
Which it doesn't say speeding. Ken Babatunde gets a speeding penalty while we're talking about it, which is unfortunate. He can't serve that at the moment. He's going to try and serve it at the moment, I think, because it looks like he's coming into the pits. But yeah. Finn now goes up into third place, from being taken out at the start up into third.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Square has now caught the safety car, it looks like, and Tachilla will be following up in second place on brand new intermediate tyres. I think everyone pitting now will be making the right decision, not going to lie.
I would agree as well.
Oh, actually, Ken Babatunde going onto the wet tyres, as well as, I believe, yeah, as well as Lias. Let's have a look at what tyres Tachilla on. He's on the inters. That's interesting to see. Some people opting for the wets, some people opting for the inters. I can't help but think that the wets might be the right way to go at the moment. Using the safety car as an opportunity to box, that might be the right way to go about it. And watch me look at the McLaren coming out of the pits. JD is also on the wet tyres. What's this going to mean for the order?
It'll be very interesting to see.
Is the wet tyre the right way to go about it? It is raining hard, so I think it just might be. Either that or Tachilla's new intermediates will make the difference. Will make enough of a difference to be able to catch him past Square. It's going to be complicated, let me tell you that. Max comes in on the... That is the wet tyre, as well as Tadpole also on the wet tyre. And Crispy coming in on the intermediates at the moment. I think he's going to box also for wets. Yep, looks like there's a wet set ready. Yep, that's right. Wet set of tyres ready. Yep, about half the grid of drivers now onto the wet set of tyres. Yeah, look at that. We've got 6 drivers. There's 6 drivers on the inters, 7 drivers on the wets. Outreps is on brand new inters as well.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. As soon as it dries up a little bit, those wets will go out of commission very quickly, but by the looks of this rain, it's not going to dry up anytime soon. Has Tachilla made the wrong choice by coming in for intermediates instead of wets?
Maybe.
Has Square and all the others stayed out and made the wrong choice that way? I believe so. I think the right option was to pit for a new set of tyres one way or another. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
We will see.
Square is the only driver to have only made 1 stop this race. DJ Plug was down in last place, has made 5.
5?
Oof. Yeah, 5 stops for DJ Derbs.
Dubs.
My new nickname for him.
Poor
Yep.
Kyle. Poor Kyle.
Oh, his name Kyle?
Yeah, his name's Kyle.
Where's his monster? Come on, you're subbing me up. You're literally subbing it up on a plate for me. Kyle Monster.
Yeah, that's
Everyone knows Kyle equals Monster. DJ's absolutely almost about to be lapped by the safety car. Oh boy. Yep, now coming around. It's going to take a long while for the drivers to catch up, so I reckon Halsey's out. You're right, Halsey has just lost it onto safety car and is out. Not good for the man in the Red Bull.
Yeah, who's
up
up
on the intermediate tyres. Yeah, Yeah, 4-lap old intermediate tyres seem like they've not worked at all. Slid off straight on into the barrier. Ouch. Oh! And Ken Babatunde drifts into the barrier as well. Everyone's crashing at the moment. Riddle goes into the pits. I think he's trying to change onto the wet weather tyres. Oh, these guys from the intermediate are going to look like silly billies if it doesn't lighten up with the rain anytime soon. Oh, I really wish I'd raced today. I really wish I'd raced.
Oh, you wouldn't be allowed to anyway if you raced in F2.
I wasn't, well, half of
Actually,
these guys aren't allowed to.
yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure if anyone would allowed it.
Either way.
Well,
Nah, either way, it's alright. I'm meant to commentate.
yeah.
That's my job. I won't be commentating anymore after this as I have now been signed for F1.
Oh, yeah,
So
still.
this is my last commentary gig.
Well, you get one race
chat
from
update,
McLaren.
please.
I don't think
Yeah.
nothing was in chat. Nothing was in chat.
Nothing to say in chat.
Halsey said, I am stupid, I am stupid.
Halsey is Leclerc. Alright, fair enough.
He literally said it, I am stupid, I am stupid,
Yeah.
I am so stupid.
Yep, that is a Leclerc impression right there. The only drivers left on the intermediate tyres now are the two at the front. If they decide to box in now, that will leave the man, the myth, the legend, Ken Babatunde into the lead. They are coming in, they're in for the wet tyres. Ken Babatunde is into the lead of the race.
He doesn't have a drive.
Who would have predicted?
He has a driving penalty.
Oh my days! Woo!
Came out of it there. This is the same guy.
The man, the myth, the peasant.
He came P12 in F3. He came P12
Oh
in
my
F3.
Square and Chiller now falling far down the order. Yep, they are on the wet weather tyre now. Everyone is now onto those wets. Oh man. Alrips has also made 5 stops now for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. We've got a nice calm period of safety car at the moment. We wait for all the drivers to eventually catch up. Those guys right at the back are, well, they're proper stragglers. I reckon the safety car will let them go either this lap or next lap because I think Bernd Mylander is a bit impatient.
Finn right now is provisional P1.
Yes, you're right. Finn is on course to be winning this race as it is. However, Square and Tachira do have ridiculous pace in those cars that we've seen all throughout the weekend. They have the pace in the wet conditions even more so. Can Finn hold on, or will he bottle it?
Oh, Tadpole was on
YouTuber Championship scenes.
almost wet. Tadpole part of nowhere in the race. Again, it's
Tapol
P4 that I predicted.
wasn't looking too confident. Oh, JDD bins it on the safety car. Oh, you don't want to be doing that, lad. Don't do a Grosjean. Oh, baby. Yeah, Tapol does not look too confident in these wet conditions at the moment. It just didn't look like he could get the tyres working the way he wanted to. And yeah, I don't think he'll be making too many moves up the field. He'll probably go up from where he is right now in P8. But I don't think much further than that will be an option for him. So it's going to be interesting to see.
But actually, right now, Square division P3. Finn is
Yes.
JD is provisional P2.
Square is trying to warm his tyres by understeering the hell out of him. The safety car is in this lap, as I thought it might be. Like I said, Bernd Mylander is too impatient. Ken Babatunde needs to get more of a gap to the safety car. My guy, you got to let the safety car go.
I don't think he knows about that.
Honestly, you need to learn how the safety car works. Let it go, please. Ken. Lad. Ken, please. Please stop. This is going to cause a pile-up. This is going to cause a final corner pile-up. I can see it happening. He's tried to go already. He's tried to go already. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
5 seconds.
Finn gets a penalty.
And his license
That'll
now.
be moved.
His license is
Oh no. Ken Babatunde has absolutely demolished that start.
And
Square goes up to 3rd place. He goes wide.
He dive bombs.
Tachira loses the place it looks like to Rustless Manx. Square is going to lose another. Oh, is he going to hold it around the outside of the straight? Is he wrong? That's coming from off track. That is. That was risky. Square going now around the outside of JD. What is going on back there? Oh my days. This contact. JD gets on position. Square is through to P3 again. Been forced off track just a couple corners ago. Finn now chasing Ken Babatunde. Finn goes down the inside.
Yeah, he has that.
The man who
And Square goes for it as well.
tried to fail the safety car restart. Square goes. Oh, Square gets him. bucket full of oversteer.
He's there.
JD,
Give him
oh,
space.
JD fighting Max to Chiller just behind. There's contact, Square's into the wall. JD makes contact with Square. I get
Russ is
Finn while the commentary
he
goes.
spins. Oh my god.
There, what's going on?
So we've had like about 3
What
clear
voice is dead?
spins.
What voice is dead?
Oh,
Finn's up
Russ
into
has
the
spinned
lead,
it.
Finn
Russ has spinned it. Russ has
Oh,
spinned
Russ
it.
pushes into the wall. Oh my
Right.
days, I'm getting a headache from all of this.
Oh.
Oh my days. Now it's the train at the moment. Square is trying to find a way past Ken Babatunde.
Yeah,
Square is using all the energy he can. Yeah, he just needs to go straight past him. Man, racing point falling down the grid. Now it's a Ferrari 1-2 in 2020. Who would have thought? Oh man.
And this is what was really performance I see, lad.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sure Optic is celebrating right now.
Ferrari must have done.
All 4 of his
Ferrari
drivers are
must
still
have.
alive. Oh, Finn!
Oh, Ken Babatunde nearly hitting the wall. Finn nearly hitting the wall. JD gets some damage from Ken Babatunde, cutting him off a little bit. The Chiller is going to look for a way around.
JD
JD
gets
goes straight
past.
around the outside of
The Chiller gets
Ken
past.
Babatunde. That was a beautiful move. Ken Babatunde just falling all the way down the order. I should have stopped listening to him and just call him Ken because that's a really long mouthful.
Bad habit, I want
The Chiller gets to slide on through the final corner. He's going to be impatient as hell.
And
Finn now left to defend from Sperry.
Oh, it's P5. Oh, provision.
Yep,
Yep.
Ken Babatunde is in for some reason.
Actually, it's firm.
Oh, I think he's in for his drive-through.
It's firm super license.
Thermal, JD.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Mate, you do that stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it's easy. So,
That was me.
Taco is provision P4, so it's a Ferrari 1, it's a Ferrari Alfa Romeo 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. And Square's P1 again.
Ferrari Academy. Yep, Square is through. I've missed that overtake from the lead, but Square is through. I reckon he's just kind of breezed past the
Yeah. Oh,
Finn's got no
Finn
answer.
let it pass. Finn let it pass. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Well, Square is making a habit of going straight around people's outsides today. I wonder if he's just done the same thing again.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I haven't
it
seen
has
it.
just said anything about how safety car works.
I'm guessing he's sent a drive-through or something because
Yeah.
I saw him get one earlier. Yeah. Oh days.
This is very interesting.
Anyway, the Chiller chasing Thermal JD, chasing Finn RTL. TFR Limitless fanboy leading this little train in second place at the moment. Square already has a 2.2 second gap to him. Looks like he's got this race comfortably in hand. The Chiller currently stuck behind traffic.
How many pit stops does Finn have as well?
Finn has had 4 stops, it's just more than the 2 cars behind him. 3 cars, but 4, 5, 6. 6 cars behind him have done less stops than Finn.
Finn's done very well this race actually.
Black 3 have done 5.
Yeah. Finn has done very well, I think
He's
he's
done
very
4.
happy. The Chiller's right
So far,
on
but
front, JD.
the race isn't over. Remember, the race isn't over.
It's not over.
Yeah, it's just a train at the moment.
Oh!
That's going to be a corner cutting warning for the Chiller.
Chiller's taking the inside line to the next corner though.
Yep, overtake is propped.
Optic.
Fuel mixture is up.
Optic.
Goes
Oh.
to the inside.
And he takes him.
JD gets into space. The Chiller goes through.
Oh!
Nicely done.
Finn,
Yeah,
Finn's holding
JD
him
looked
up.
like he had to take a little bit of avoidance
Yeah.
action there. He's going to be using all the energy on this back straight.
Oh! Contact! And
Oh!
that's it.
JD's hit
JD's
Chiller.
front wing's gone. He just lost his right end plate.
I can't see it at the moment.
I think that's one of
Yeah, you're right.
that's one
No,
of
he's
the
lost a
flying.
big chunk of his front wing. That is an
Yeah, I saw it
orange,
go
maybe
flying.
red front wing.
So
That's maybe a red piece of damage. That's not good for the man in the McLaren.
I think if Tadpole
Tadpole's
gets,
still catching this train.
I think if Tadpole gets P4, he wins the drivers.
I don't know. Square's in the lead at the moment. He's got everything in hand to win. I don't know what fastest lap is actually
I'll
at the moment.
check that.
It is, well, it actually is to Halsey, but other than Halsey, it is Square who's on the fastest lap with a 141.5.
And he just
track emissions
retired.
earlier. Mr. Perky is out. That's unfortunate. I didn't see it happen, but yeah, unfortunately for him. I think he may have retired in the pit lane or coming out
Oh!
the
And
final
JD
corner.
spun! Or he didn't spin. He spun around the corner and got very lucky.
Fair enough.
Very lucky.
That's the way to. It's the way to overtake. Oh, as we see Tachilla going past Finn RTL right up in the distance there. I barely caught that on the screen. But nicely done from Tachilla using the overtake nicely and finding a way
And
past
Tadpole
Tadpole
is
goes off to
P4.
4th place. I reckon Tadpole might have Finn by the end of this race.
So do I. And if he
Finn
gets
is struggling.
as
JD gets a time penalty.
Tadpole gets P3, he wins the drivers this race.
Yes, like you said. But yeah, what can Finn do about that to help his teammate stay within a chance of winning the title? Well, at the moment he's sliding around like a boat, which is not helping his case at all. Tadpole staying within 3 seconds of him. Finn's sliding, that pad traction not working for him. DJ is left the session, unfortunately. Right now, if he finished, he will score at least a point. So Tadpole is in.
What on earth?
What's this for?
This is Finn bit. I think it's for wing.
Inters.
Inters.
People are going on to Inters. That's multiple people in 4 Inter tyres.
Interesting.
Yeah, they think it's a crossover point. The rain, as you can actually see, has lessened off. This might be the right call for Tadpole.
Tadpole might have really.
He's really helped his case.
Yeah.
He's got that right. Yep, the rain is a lot less heavy. You can see it. This is into conditions. He's actually nailed that strategy call.
He's done
following
very well
the
there.
lapped Williams, I believe.
Yeah, he's right behind Red Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, nicely done from Tadpole. If that's going to work as he thinks it is. Finn at the moment sliding around like a boat. I think he's overheated his rear tyres because he is just sliding through every single corner, losing time hand over fist to the cars in front of him. He's going to want to box this lap, or he will lose that third place to Tadpole on the superior tyres at the moment. Not looking good for the man, the Ferrari at the moment. Look at this sliding around. It's so difficult to keep it under control in these conditions. As it dries up, you just get those red-hot rear tyres, and once they go up, they won't come down. Especially not when Finn does stuff like that.
Yeah, going to be this front strategy. Everyone's going into them now.
Yep.
You can see how much time he's gaining. Literally 10 seconds.
Yep. He was at 26 seconds at the start of this lap. He's already done 22 in a second. 23.1, 22.8. Yeah, that is easily within a pit stop, I reckon.
Yeah.
22.5, 22.4. He is going to easily cream past Finn as it is.
Maybe even Chiller.
I doubt he'll lose to Chiller, but to Finn, most certainly, I think he will.
Square
is in. Or is Finn going to get double stacked? That's the question. I think he's far enough back so that it'll work.
Might just
Chiller's
work.
also in. Yeah, he does come in for the pits. Tadpole's now got that gap down to 19 seconds only. That is easily enough for the overlap to take effect. Chiller into the pits on the intermediates. Finn. Oh, the mechanics aren't quite ready for him. I don't know why they're so slow with these double stacks.
Ferrari Masterman.
He's being held for so long. Oh no!
And Tadpole's
He's
P3.
been held for so long. They've got the tyres ready. Yeah, he is. As we thought already. But I don't understand why the game does that. The mechanics clearly have the tyres ready there, and it just doesn't service the man. Crispy now. Oh, Crispy has spun. That's a reset to track that we saw on stream there. That is a reset to track.
For God's sake, Crispy.
Yep, and he's on the wet tyres as well, which is why he spun around in the first place. He's really struggling to get back to the pit lane. Unlucky for that man. But Tadpole is now up into third, and like you said, in a championship-winning position. If he stays third, I will make the announcement after this race. Chiller gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Tadpole will take second place with Chiller's penalties if Chiller doesn't get a gap enough of a gap to his teammate. It will secure the title, I believe, even more. I need to take a quick look at the standings just to make sure.
I'm not sure if I did my maths right, but I'm 99% sure.
Where is the standings? Racing. F1 standings. I've got it. I found it. So, what, Monty has left? Is that right?
Well, Monty is in today's race, which should take him out of the mission.
Right, and Tadpole has a 22-point lead to Square. Now, if next week's round is the final round, he needs to actually increase that if he wants to win it before then.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm completely wrong.
Yep, you are completely wrong. Well done, Giles.
I think it was P3, and then I got P3 because of 3 points.
You are right. I think you are probably right if it was Lando.
Yeah.
That he was up against. However, Square, no, Tadpole needs to outscore Square by, what is that? He needs to outscore him by 3 points, or actually 4 points.
4 points.
To pass the slap.
But he's not
He needs
getting
to outscore him by 4 points to be able to, to be able to, secure the title round early. He will still be in the lead of the championship going into the final round. if he gets third place now, and he gets third place then, he will still win. He just needs a podium in both races, and it will secure him. He will probably get second this race, however, with the Chiller's penalties, as I believe he now has either 9 or 12.
I would say that really right now.
Yes, thank you. By the way, if Tapol takes second place, Tapol can actually take fourth place in the final round of the season and still win the championship, regardless of what Square does.
Yes.
Even if he gets 26 points with the fastest lap of the race and all that. Yep. Chiller is on 9 points at the moment. Tapol will have that position as long as he just stays within that 9-second window, which he is comfortably within. Oh, that's no good for Square. I don't think Square will get enough penalties to negate the gap between himself and Chiller, or himself and Tapol.
I'm calling a safety car still.
You're calling a safety car. Well, I think Square has the pace to build enough of a gap, even if there is a last-minute safety car, to Tapol. So, yeah.
I'm still calling a safety car.
Boxes for new tyres. Yeah, I remember I tried to gap Tapol by 6 seconds at front, and I so nearly managed it in 2 laps. It's not an easy task to gap this guy, I tell you, because Tapol, he ain't that slow. People will tell you, oh, he's slow, he's slow, he's slow. He's getting quicker, and he's actually earned my respect lately. I used to not respect him at all, but he's earned it back by not being an idiot.
You heard it
I say fair play to him.
So now respect Tapol.
I've respected him for a while now, it's been the last couple of weeks. I've been like, yeah, fair enough then.
I think Crispy's catching Albert.
Tapol nearly cutting the corner. Yeah, Tachiro kind of managing that gap to Square at the moment. Tapol now falling back a little bit in that final sector from his teammate, but all he needs to do is just stay just within that 9-second window. Of course, if Tachiro gets another 3-second penalty, it will basically be curtains for him.
Yeah.
Unless Tapol makes a mistake, gets a penalty of his own, for example, then it will be wide open once again. We now have Crispy following Outreps very closely. He missed this battle going down. An idiot.
Oh yeah, but after this, we are going to have to announce the fact that Alfa Romeo won the constructors, if everything stays the same.
I will actually check that real quick.
They've got 14
Yeah, you're right, the Red Bulls are retired. They have 30 point...
40.
40. I'm wrong, yeah. They have a 40-point gap as it is. They need 26 plus 18, which is 44 points. And yeah, it will be easily enough for them to secure the Constructors' Championship as it is.
And Ferrari will also take beating the Constructors going into next week.
Yes. Yes, the Square is doing enough at the moment to just about... Well, he's actually doing enough... Oh no, sorry, I forgot that Finn exists. I was going to say, if it was just Square, he'd be doing enough to level Red Bull at the moment in terms of the Constructors' Championship, but with Finn's extra, I believe that's 10 points.
Oh, he'll go up to P4.
Yep, 10 points.
Go up to P4.
Why? Because of JD?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure JD didn't have a
I'm
super
still not
license.
sure if JD is supervised.
I'm not sure.
I'll ping him in the server.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure he doesn't. So well, he might have done F to be rid of season, but I wasn't active.
He's an F3 driver, so no, he doesn't.
Yeah, Crispy's
yeah,
just going for an overtake with Outlook right now. So,
yeah, I'm watching it at the moment. We're on board with Crispy as we go, following the racing point of our rep right there. Yeah, as you said, first and fourth for Ferrari, that will be 26 plus 12 points. That'll be a really nice haul for the Skid. Outrep gets a bit of wing damage.
That's wing damage.
Outrep loses that piece of front wing. That's not going to help his case in terms of defending against the AlphaTauri behind him. Both of the drivers getting a bucket for the road steer.
I think this has to hit.
That racing point is so fast in a straight line. Is he going to launch it?
Yeah.
He is.
He has that too.
He's braking later. He needs a space. He gets the move done. Nicely done for Crispy.
Which puts him up to original level.
Yep, you're right. Anyway. I don't think with that wing damage we'll have much to say about that move from Crispy, so move back up to the guys in the lead. Tapol has actually closed the gap to the Chiller. The Chiller has lost massive time to Square, so I wonder if the Chiller has some damage. What's going on here? Why am I viewing a racing point? There we go. No, he doesn't have damage, but Yeah, he's lost a lot of time for some reason or another. It's actually stopped raining.
So there might be
One more lap, and they'll be onto slicks. I reckon now it'll be the right time, either this lap or next lap, to go onto the soft tyre. And if we go to the soft tyre, we can have a rush for the fastest lap of the race.
This is probably one of the most interesting races.
Yeah, there you go. Out reps onto softs.
Yeah.
He's pitted to fix that wing damage, and he's also taken the opportunity to go onto the soft compound tyre.
This is a very interesting race. So we're doing this in the
chiller is in.
The chillers have to go on.
The chiller is in. I think he may have made the right decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, done it right here. Tadpole goes on because he can't double stack behind him.
The reason the chiller lost so much time is because he's having to go into lean fuel. He used too much.
Okay. Fair enough. Insights from Giles. Wow, I think that's out reps anyway. Just in front of Tadpole at the moment. To chill onto the mediums, that's an interesting strategy. I would actually go onto the softs like JD is doing right now. As has Outback already.
Why is he going on?
Yeah, it looks like the track is now dry. I think he thinks that they'll last better. Yep, the DRS is now enabled. Last lap was the right time to come in, as the chiller has proven. He will now cut that gap down to square a lot. It's already down to 23.3 seconds, and that will. Oh no, that's interval. Never mind.
Yes.
Once again, I am a spanner again.
It's 42 seconds right now.
Yeah. I really need to sort my brain out sometimes.
Yeah, I do all the time as well.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, we've also got Finn in the Ferrari onto those medium compound tyres, which is I don't think the mediums is the right way to go about it. The softs can last to the end.
Yeah, the slicks. There's only 6 laps.
Yeah, the slicks. There is slicks.
Shush. It's off. Me, my brain's done.
Yeah, the softs. They're concerned about wear, but the softs can actually go to the end, and it's more valuable to get the fastest lap of the race whilst doing so. And you gain so much time on those softs compared to the mediums, because they're over a second a lap faster.
He's already gained 3 seconds.
JD, gets another time penalty for multiple warnings. Unfortunate. Like you said, it doesn't really matter.
He's got 3 penalties.
Has Tadpole not pitted? Oh no, he's just not got around there yet. I'm watching him and I'm like, oh wait, where's he not pitting? You can tell I'm tired, can't you?
Yes.
Tadpole is into the pits.
And I have
The chiller has actually got that gap right down, but not down enough to really close it on Square. Square will easily be out, and he's on the soft tyre as well, which is going to help this race. He will easily be out in time. Tadpole also goes into the soft tyre. He's going to have to pace into chiller again. He might even pass him on track. Square looks like he will keep the fastest lap of the race and get another one rather on the soft compounded tyre. So yeah, no, it really is just a sprint to the end. 5 lapper anyone? This is right here.
5 lapper. Let's go, boys.
Outrep's coming to the pits again.
What on earth is Outrep doing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check the chat, see if I can.
He's actually right behind Crispy now. Now this is getting interesting. As Outrep hits the wall, he breaks his wing! Outrep, what are you doing? Oh no! He's put himself into the wall yet again!
He's got very lucky to survive that, especially with sim damage.
Sim damage?
It's meant to be sim damage.
Why do you got sim damage?
Because we like DNFs.
No wonder all those guys crashed out so easily.
Exactly.
Oh, that should be changed. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, moving on. Dachilla has made a bit of time up in Square, but now Square is just going to absolutely blast away from him. Tadpole losing a lot of time on those intermediate tyres, but now we'll actually have to gain it all back. He's got 11.1 seconds. He needs 9 seconds only. Can he catch up to Dachilla? I don't know. He's got 5 laps to do, roughly.
And as you said, the soft should be 1 second quicker.
Yep. Square goes fastest lap of the race, but I think that will be absolutely shattered by Square on the next lap. He's already absolutely booting it away from him. Tadpole getting up to pace with these tyres. Go on, lad. Really gets the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, JD, one of our newest esports recruits, where I'm the director. If you'd like to try out for the esports team, please go over to the service channel and hop into the server and send your times to me or Finn. Most likely to Finn because he's more active than I am. But,
I'm the team champion.
yep. He is the people's champion. Giles is our mascot. JD gets another time penalty.
Oh god, yeah.
We've got Crispy on the back of Ken Babatunde now. Josh chasing the racing point on medium tyres for some reason. Ken Babatunde pitting later than anyone is still going medium tyres. Crispy, however, gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So watching Ken now from Crispy's car. It'll probably just make a DRS move down the main straight or the back straight. So wait to watch. Don't break your wing, mate. Ken Babatunde weaving all over the track, really, taking wildly different racing lines in most involved. But it's most real, as you can see. Going over the track limits, that will be a track limits warning. Got overtake press. Square takes fastest lap of the race, just behind these guys. Crispy goes through, nice overtake into P6 on Ken Babatunde. Square gets fastest lap of the race, as I predicted he would, a 1:35.3. That beats most of the guys' qualifying times.
Yeah, it does actually.
Not bad, lad.
Actually, it doesn't beat everyone's qualifying times, if I remember correctly. The fastest was 1:30.
The fastest other than himself was a 1:35.1.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite beat everyone's, but it beats most people's. Oh wait, someone matched his 1:34.9.
Yes.
Yeah, that was JD. And JD is clearly fairly fast. JD's actually gone past the Chiller. The Chiller is in the pits, he's got the soft tires, and looks like he wants to get that fast lap of the race. But he's now lost that position.
I think they'd be very smart here, actually. As a
In
team.
terms of the championship, yes. But
The JD won't count.
if I was the Chiller, I probably would have stayed out and taken another podium. You're right, Crispy has bottled it. Oh no. Finn gets time penalty as he goes past the Chiller, but the Chiller will probably absolutely monster him soon. They're using the right overtake. He's now down on fuel. Has to run some lean just to stay within the limits. If this is going to run out of fuel as soon as it goes across the line. Yeah, to chill on a softer compounded tyre against Finn's older medium tyres. Not much older, but slightly older. It's not really a contest, is there?
That's where I was 25, but then second lead. What a racer. And that will mean the championship will go down to next week.
Yeah. But it looks like Tapwell will have the advantage as he'll come in with I think a 13 or so point lead, maybe more. I'm not entirely sure.
18, they'll get 18 points, won't he?
Yeah, and Square will get 26 as it stands.
26?
I've got the fastest lap up graphic up.
So,
I've got the fastest lap graphic up at the moment.
Square will go on
Been defending for his life.
to 183. Tapwell got to 183. 183, and then Square will go up to how many? We'll get 26? 69.
Square looks like he will get 26, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be a 15-point gap.
Wow. Did you say 183 and 169? As the Chiller goes straight through on Finn, makes the move stick. Nicely done from the Chiller. Really late braking there. Finn gives him the space. Nice clean move from the Chiller. Late braking into turn 1, as you like it. No, we're going to try and sit the fastest lap of the race, but I don't think he has a place to beat Square's lap, as that is a pretty monstrous lap for Square's down there at the front.
Mr. Joe,
Well, Mr. Joe Logue, being a fool and exposing his actual identity on the internet.
he exposed it himself.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Silly move. Never expose your own identity on the internet. Rule number 1.
That is a rule number 1.
Anyway.
That's the reason my name is CJ.
Yeah.
My surname,
I think you can't see on your profile there, it's Charlie Giles.
and my surname is actually my middle name.
Yes. I mean, I'll figure that out. Yeah, it looks like Tachilla with his lockup signal will not be able to take the fastest lap away from the Square, meaning that Tapwell will go into the final round with a 14-point lead if everything stays as it is. Obviously, the second to last lap now, it goes Square. We're on board with the man in the race lead. As you like, clean as day over these curbs. I'm not quite sure why he uses first because it really doesn't help. These guys went down to second and up to fourth, which it doesn't help rotate the car. It used to on the old game, but it doesn't on this game, so I'm not quite sure why it's doing that.
Previously adjusted.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's bad. Okay.
So I'm afraid I'm not fun with that lad.
No, he's driven a stellar race today. Other than doing his vignette out of the final corner on the safety car restart, he's come back through the field. He's done a really solid job of it, and he's now leading by quite some margin, I think. Yeah, he's now leading by 26 seconds from Tadpole. He's comfortably in second place from JD. Decent lad. Yeah.
I'm still calling that Tadpole before.
Oh boy. Well, it looks like Tadpole has done his usual thing of just staying out of trouble.
Yep.
Look at the fastest laps. Yeah, Chiller has not been able to do anywhere near the fastest lap, but Square has. Tadpole has the second fastest lap of the race with a 1:37.5. Solid driving from the Alfa Romeo guy. He's actually beating his more experienced teammate of Mr. Chile over there. Onto the final lap, goes Square, lapping whoever that is. I think it's Red Hawk.
No, it's definitely not Red Hawk.
It's Williams.
Is it?
No, it's Williams, it's Red Hawk. He's lapped him again.
Again?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Either way. We have this race we had Square do four pit stops, Tadpole do 5, JD do 5, Finn and Chiller do 6, Alworth and Red Hawk have done 8 pit stops. 8.
Well, welcome to Double Racing,
Tadpole.
where we do pit stops.
Tadpole has probably got driving today with his performance, but gained 14 positions from the starting place.
Yeah, we
come
have
across the line into second place. Yeah.
Have to give Tadpole.
It's between Square and Tadpole, but I would personally give it to Tadpole.
No, it's
a
between
really
Chiller and
mature
Tadpole
race.
for me.
Well, Square did come back from pretty much
Yeah,
last
that's true, actually.
as he spun. However, you would expect a Square to win because he's a sweater. Nah, he's cool. He's in VRT, which is a very accomplished team, and yeah, he is doing what you'd expect him to do. As he comes around the final corner, almost out of VRS, goes off the track limits, 3-second time penalty for track limits, comes across the line, he wins the Singapore Grand Prix.
What
race?
So I want
far back. Yeah, nicely done, Square. Tadpole coming in 28.5 seconds back. Will probably be a bit less as the penalties get accounted for over the line. Going through the second to last chicane and the final chicane.
only 3 warnings. Very accomplished.
Yeah, probably one of the contacts if he hasn't got time penalty for it. Yeah, 28.6 so it's 22.5. Yeah. Nicely done from Tadpole, up 14 positions from the starting point, driving of the day for us. Well with JD, not with the super license, but coming on with P3, solid drive from him. Obviously his position will be revoked and third place will go to Chiller. Actually, will it? Chiller has penalties, he's got past Finn at some point, which I saw that ages ago. But Finn does not have the amount of penalties that Chiller does. Will Finn take the final step of the podium? Chiller comes across the line, 59 seconds back. He will, I think. I think Finn takes third place overall once he discount. He does. Once he discounts JD, Finn takes third overall. Solid drive from the man in the Ferrari. Wasn't the Racing Point. I don't know why he's changed, but yeah, as the game says, and as we say, driving today, Tadpole. You got called up to Ferrari.
Yeah, it's
like
a partnership type thing.
It's a cool down.
Well, not in this
faster.
league. It's not. Not in this league.
Racing Point is faster.
Real life, yes.
It's a better car. It's better. Anyway, solid drive from all involved. From slicks to inters to wets to inters to slicks. All the way around. Numerous safety cars and virtual safety cars. Really well done to everyone who finished. And yeah, I am knackered after that race. I bet the drivers are too. I bet the drivers are pretty tired.
8 pit stops.
So
8 pit stops.
Yeah, like I said, 8 pit stops. Square coming across the line then to take the win with a 1:35.3 fastest lap, 26 points in the bag for him, but 18 points crucially for the championship leader, XFR Tadpole in second place in that Alfa Romeo. 22.5 seconds back, but nonetheless securing a good haul of points ahead of the final round next week. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the stream, and we will see you guys on the next stream, whether it be ranked racing or F3. See you guys around.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.